Now I'm so fucking done with you bitch-ass I'm kicking all you guys from the fucking group chat.
What? Dude!
No, just you two, because you guys fucking suck.
Hello everybody, my name is Terror Hans, and first off, before we start this video, I'd like to start the video with two warnings. Warning 1, this video will contain some things that, well, you might want to be wary of. First off, it contains the topic of suicide, unfortunately, as well as the topic of gore, and some other not-so-savory things that might trigger some of you. It also contains a lot of slurs, none said by me, or most will be bleeped in this video, so just wanted to give you guys a quick heads up on that. And the second part I would like to warn you guys about, if anybody watching this video has thoughts of suicide or anything related to self-harm, I strongly urge you to reach out to the suicide prevention hotline. They're open 24/7, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And this video is not meant to harm or anger anybody in any sort of way. I've done a lot of research into this video to make sure it is as accurate as humanly possible, and I have been in contact with all parties for this video to make sure that it is not providing any false information. If there's anything in this video that turns out to be made false, I will make a community update so that it is known that it has been proven false. Things that I have not confirmed whether they're true or not will have a discretion in the corner of the video, which will state unconfirmed. Things that are true will have a thing in the corner stating confirmed. Things that are confirmed false will not be stated in this video. Without further ado, everybody, sorry for the long intro. Let's get into the J.A. Hans controversies from start until recent. Now, I can recall exactly when the first controversy that was public came out. I was on a call with a friend of mine in the Psychotic Circus of Savannah Discord server, and J.A. Hans was being talked about in the chat, and I remember figuring out about him about a week before this, like finding his YouTube channel, and I found out about it due to the Distortions Unlimited video. Now, what I would like to state off, Jackson is a cancer survivor. He had terminal cancer, and he overcome it, which by all means, I am happy for him for that. However, most people, when they suffer from something like this, they usually take that chance to improve their life, fix the wrongs they've done. Most people look at it at a new way to turn over a new leaf. However, apparently Jackson did not, because Jackson had sent gore to a group chat, and it was some of the worst types of gore you can send. It was cartel gore. Now, he had sent a few things, including the infamous Funky Town video, and I was in that group chat, and I saw those images, and I can tell you firsthand they were just deeply disturbing. And whenever I was in the call and found out about everything with Jackson, I wanted to find out what was going on. So I invited him into the call, and I was like, hey, I just want to hear your side of the story, because, could it be misunderstanding? Could be just something small, shit happens. It's okay. Instead, he decided to join and started doing a voice in an attempt to sound like some sort of demonic possession of some sort, as a form of mockery, to mock people. And he started saying things like he loves gore, he wants to grow up to be a psychopath, basically just trying to be a troll. Said a bunch of other things, started quoting Poltergeist, and I believe he quoted The Exorcist a few times, just saying random stuff to kind of piss people off who were in the call. And then he was swiftly banned from both Psychotic Circus of Savannah server and Brick Thunder server a mere few minutes later. So good on the servers for acting fast. And I did not realize how deep this rabbit hole really got. In the words of Kendrick Lamar, rabbit hole goes deep, I promise I can go deeper. And those words will be very echoing throughout this whole video. Because after that fact, I found out the rabbit hole does in fact go deeper. That is when I found out about the dog incident, as I mentioned earlier. I then found out about him getting naked on calls. Then, not that long after, everything kind of died down a bit due to the fact that people started doxing Jackson, which, first off, I do not condone in any sort of way. I would also like to state the fact that a lot of things happened that weren't very good. People were sending pizzas to their house, which, while that sounds kind of harmless at first, these pizzas were not paid for. What happened was they were being sent to this house, and the family was being forced to pay for the pizzas. So bad to the point where they had to literally call every pizza place in the area and tell them that if there's a pizza called to their house, to either A, call them first to find out if it's real or not, like buy them, or just don't deliver it at all. And I do not condone that in any sort of way. That's not right. What's even worse is the fact that people tried sending a 14-inch dildo to their house. To the house of a 12-year-old. That might sound comedic to some people, and I'll admit, it does sound comedic at first, until you realize you're sending a literal sex toy to a child. Doesn't sound so funny, does it now? Yes, it might still sound funny to some of you, due to the fact of the things he's done. And I'll admit, Jackson does deserve a lot of the stuff that's happened to him, due to some of the disgusting behaviors and things he's done. However, there is a certain line that can be drawn to where you're just as bad as him. And I believe that line got crossed when people started doxing him, sending stuff to his house, and then the pizzas were sent, and then the dildo was sent. Now, after that all happened, legal action was taken, and everything went quiet. Now, after it went quiet for a while, everything was fine, and Jackson added me and a few other people to group chats and stuff, because, everybody was kind of just dying down and whatever, and I was going to make a expose video back then, but I chose not to, because I thought Jackson would have learned enough when people sent stuff to his house. Unfortunately, here we are. I'm still making the video, months later, due to the fact of stuff that's happened in recent times, which we will dabble onto. Now, one thing I've not mentioned is there was an incident that happened after that. There were a few counts of him saying racial things, and a few of their unsavory things. Some have been confirmed, and some have not. I want to state this very carefully. Some of the things in this video have not been confirmed true or false. They will be stated as either true or false in the images. So, there was also a video, supposedly of him, stating that, it supposedly depicted Jackson with his legs spread out open. I will play the video here.
How about you try harder?
Okay.
Try again.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of him getting kicked in the groinal area by a girl presumably younger than him. Now, Jackson has come out and his family to state that it is not him, and people claim that it is audio taken from one of his videos out of context. I have watched a few of his videos, and by a few I mean a lot of them, to try to determine the exact video where this audio could have came from. However, I have not been able to identify it, so for now, I'm presuming this video as unconfirmed. There is a high chance it could be real. However, so that I can't get in any trouble, I am currently stating it is unconfirmed. Whether it's real or not, I will find out, and when I do, I will make sure to give an update. Now that you've seen that, let's get on to the thing that kind of re-sparked the controversy for a little while, about a month or so after the first few incidences. There is a haunter in the community named Luke who accidentally hung himself from the ropes of his menacing Molly. A lot of people are still deeply hurt by this, and reasonably so, as it was accidental and people were on a call with him when he did it. Now, let me give some backstory to this real fast. Luke had sold his menacing Molly on Mercari a few months before, or about a month or two before, I believe, and he kept the ropes because of some reason or another. Now, it has been confirmed they are the ropes for menacing Molly, as a lot of people have stated that it's impossible. However, somehow it was possible. What happened was Luke had found out about some sort of prop that he wasn't able to get, and he was jokingly stating that, oh, this is it for me, I can't get it now, something like that. I don't remember exactly what. All I remember is that Luke, in the end, accidentally ended up hanging himself by mistake on a call in front of a few other people who, instead of doing anything, decided to sit there and laugh at him and laugh about the incident on call, and then screenshotted his corpse while he was already dead. Unfortunately, I have had to see these photos, and I can confirm they are the ropes for menacing Molly, and I can confirm it is deeply disturbing. First off, my heartfelt sincerity goes to Luke and his family and friends who had to suffer through that tragic loss. However, whenever the image was going around of Luke hanging, J.A. Haunts wanted to see it. And let me remind you, this was about a day or two after Luke had died, and people were telling him that it was disrespectful to see the photo and ask for the photo, if anything. And we're trying to get him to understand that and tell him, no, it's not right. Jackson didn't want to listen and started cussing people out about it, and there were a few slurs exchanged. However, this incident, nobody was able to get any photographic proof of. However, I was a direct witness to it because I was in the group chat. And what happened was, before anybody could do anything, Jackson tried deleting his messages and then kicked everybody from the group chat and then deleted it, presumably. So unfortunately, no photographic evidence exists of it. However, there were plenty of witnesses to back up the statements for that. Now, after that, people were fired back up about him and more things came out, which I cannot discuss due to the fact that some of them are a lot more graphic than I'm allowed to state on YouTube. There was one thing that came out that has not been confirmed or not, but is heavily speculated and talked about, is the fact that Jackson had sexually assaulted his sister. Now, I have spoken to his sister personally. She claims it did not happen, and his family also claims it did not. However, there is no proof to back up either. So, for now, it has remained unconfirmed. Now, after that, there was also things coming out about how maybe Jackson had abused his sister or something like that, as in hidden. It was also stated to be fake. However, right here in this video I will play now is audible evidence of Jackson admitting to the fact that he hit his sister and also apparently her friends. Take a listen.
Yeah, I punched the shit out of my sister. You got a problem?
Now, these right here have all been confirmed to be true, as I've seen the chat logs and heard the audio clips. Now, I have no idea when this happened, but I know these were recent. And another clip that's from recent that sparked up all of this, and including the, is the following clip right here.
Now I'm so fucking done with you bitch ass niggas. I'm kicking all you guys from the fucking group chat.
What? Dude!
No, just you two, because you guys fucking suck.
Dude, it's too
In this video, you can clearly hear Jackson stating the N-word in the hard R stance. And as you can tell, due to the fact that this is months after this original events happened, Jackson has not learned any lessons from anything that had happened. So that is why this video is being created. Now, Jackson does have mental issues, which can excuse it a little bit. However, due to how many times this has happened, I do not believe this should just be overlooked as something just because of his mental issues. I believe this should be looked into like it would happen to anybody else. Now here we are in the current situation. Jackson is still doing things like this, and another instance is, this is something that I have my own theory of, but I have not been able to confirm or deny, so I will make sure to state right here, this is unconfirmed, so I do not know if this is truly Jackson or not. There are multiple accounts that Jackson has surrounded himself with that are truly something. They are racist in the highest degree. And let me go ahead and state some of the accounts' names for you, because they have similar speech and talk patterns to Jackson, which makes it very highly likely that this could in fact be Jackson. Now, one of the accounts is called Black Jackson Everyday 33, which produces content of a photo of Jackson where it states the N-word in a child rhyme, the meme song, where it's just stating the N-word over and over again, and a meme song format, where it sounds like it's an old kid's rhyme. Then there is also an account called Blacker Kamani, I believe it's pronounced, every day. And it does the exact same thing, but it has a different picture of somebody. Then there is an account called Chris __ Black _ everyday, which does the same thing, except it shows a photo of Chris the Haunter and displays a photo of Chris the Haunter, but has the same audio. And then there's an account called Black Connor Everyday, which shows a picture of Connor and has the exact same thing, a photo of Connor with the N-word song. And these have very, very similar speech and recognition patterns to Jackson, and they are always around Jackson. And it's honestly very likely that these are his alt accounts. However, it is unconfirmed. So currently, I'm not going to state whether it's true or not, because there is no proof of it. And until there is proof, I have no idea. So that's about it for all of it. If there is anything else I forgot to mention in this video, then I'm going to now show screenshots and audio or video of everything on screen now. And then that will be the end of the video, and without further ado, everybody, this has been Terror Haunts, and I hate the fact that I had to make this video, but honestly, somebody had to. So, this has been Terror Haunts, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye, everybody.
Cuando a Varadero llegué